Go to your level? No, it's cool. Watch it. Your family and friends and business?
Mustangs, I think.
They don't actually know, but GCAA means the whole
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's also heard some students on the bikes as well as central, but it's not.
BTPS. That's Buffalo Trail Public Schools. I know, the hashtag, right? So they're like, they want to get on Twitter. They're like, Jason, what the hashtag? BTPS.
I believe we're just about ready to
Everything's going fine.
finish the
I
program.
have to use that. Just started doing like this, like black stuff.
If Donovan Alexis is in the building, please make your way to the gymnasium. Donovan Alexis, please make your way to the gymnasium.
Mayor, if your name is phone call right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start the live stream here.
I'm going to pause for about 15 more seconds because we have some people who are entering.
So that's saying the stream's good, and then you press play and it goes. That's what you said. We're doing that over GPS. I'll just reuse it like that.
Yeah.
Good evening on this snowy evening in October, and welcome to the Onoway Junior Senior High new school opening. I'm Michelle Brennan, the Deputy Minister of Northern Gateway Public Schools, and it is indeed my honor to be emceeing this one-hour program. Welcome, Minister of Education, NGPS trustees, mayors of Onoway, Alberta Beach, Lac St. Anne, Councillor of Alexis First Nation, Onoway Junior Senior High School Chair, and members of the School Council, ATA Provincial President, and our local ATA President, Binder Construction, Superintendent Andrea and his staff, Onoway Junior Senior High Administration staff, visiting NGPS principals, and staff from other schools, students, and former Onoway High School administrators. We do have a number in the audience. Community members and media. This is a momentous occasion for Onoway school staff and students, community, and Northern Gateway Public Schools. This event is about honoring the hard work and commitment of all people who were true to the vision of a new Onoway Junior Senior High School and who are unceasing in their efforts to make the proposal a reality. For the next 60 minutes, we present to you a program that highlights the power of vision, collaboration, communication, and ongoing problem solving to create a state-of-the-art school that will serve the students and staff of Onoway Junior Senior High for the next probably 30 plus years. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional meeting grounds and gathering place of our educational partner, the Alexis Nakota Sioux First Nations in Treaty 6 territory. Please join me in recognizing the Northern Gateway Board of Trustees, who are advocates for students and staff of Northern Gateway Public Schools. I ask each trustee to stand and to remain standing until all are introduced, and I ask that you, the members of the audience, hold your applause until all governors are introduced. Judy Muir, Board Chair, Alberta Beach, Rich Valley, Darwin. Sherry Jeffries, Vice Chair, Darwell, Sangudo, Maryford. Terry Slemko, Onoway. Albert Shaw, Maryford. He does send his regrets of being unable to attend this evening. Jim Governlock, Whitecourt. Cindy Granley, Whitecourt, who likewise sends her regrets. Jim Hales, Fox Creek. Jerry Stanky, Valley View. And Robin O'Neill, Valley View Rural, who also sends her regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Board of Trustees of Northern Gateway Public Schools. Emma O'Neill Carlier also sends his regrets via Heather Sobey as he was unable to attend this evening. Now, a member of the Northern Gateway Public School family who has devoted endless hours to the new school is Principal John Moble. The launch of this new school project saw John as the assistant principal, with James Trotty, who is here this evening, as the principal. Together, they began the journey of inquiry and collaboration with their staff, students, community, and central administration to determine the wish list for the new school. The wish lists were then transposed into workable ideas that provided a school design that lent itself to student learning on a multitude of levels and in a variety of settings for that multifaceted learner. All design ideas had to be approved, meet code, and of course be financially prudent. Upon Principal Trotton's departure to Alberta Education, Assistant Principal Moble became Principal Moble. For 10 years, I've known John Moble, and in that time, he has experienced a number of career opportunities with Northern Gateway Public Schools, but none have been as fulfilling or challenging as the past 15 months. John Moble has told me that he is, quote unquote, living his dream job as principal of Onoway Junior Senior High School, and for that, he feels extremely honored. However, John has told me that he missed several key courses in his education degree and his master degree, both in education, I might add. New School Construction 101 and Interior School Design. His program advisors neglected to recommend construction and interior design courses. But John has said to me, Michelle, when you're talking to aspiring leaders, you must say to them, Principal Moble recommends a crash course in both commercial construction and in interior design, just in case you have the awesome experience of one day being the principal on such a project. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Principal John Moble.
Good evening, Mr. Dragon, Chairman Mayor, Northern Gateway Public School Trustees, local mayors, Superintendent Andrea, Northern Gateway Central Office staff, previous Onoway Junior Senior High administrators, current Junior Senior High School staff, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, our students. It's truly an honor on behalf of the Onoway Junior Senior High School staff and students to bring greetings in my role of principal of this beautiful new school. On January 30th, 2014, we started a very exciting journey as a replacement school for Onoway was announced. There's a lot of staff input into the school design by working here in partnership, and it has resulted in these beautiful features such as the CTS corridor, folding walls that open up into large double classrooms, breakout rooms for small group work, and a large learning commons. In February 2015, by the construction, fenced off our track, much to the chagrin of many students, and we were off. We've been able to document the building of this building on our website. I put some pictures up here on our screens with some very interesting drone views. Staff only had 2 visits into this school during our construction in the whole phase from February 2015 to August 2016. They were very excited when they were able to come in and check things out. May and June 2016 brought purging of old items and auction of surplus items, and more purging, and more purging, and more purging, and packing, and more packing. On June 29, 2016, that was the last staff day at the old school. At 2:30 p.m., I had the pleasure of walking the staff over into this new school, into the staff room, and we unveiled our new motto, Empowering Learners. We had a new brand, and a vision, and a mission. It's also on our website. I've got papers and documents for it. It's interesting, I think the staff also got very nice gray shirts, so when they were out here, they all wore it. I very appreciate that. Our staff did not meet again until August 29th. We gathered here at the school for the very first time, and we got to work right away to get our school ready for students. I do want to acknowledge 2 people, Haiti Sauer and Murray Gallagher. They coordinated and did all the moving, storing, and more storing of all the items that we brought over from the old school into the new school. And I'm eternally grateful for the organizational skills on this. On Tuesday, September 16th, this beautiful building truly became a school. When the energy of 280 grade 9 students entered through the front doors for the first time. 300 more high schoolers started on September 7th. Then we had 500 students become familiar with their new school. Students loved this gym, the campus-like furnishings, and the water fountains allowed water bottles to be filled. I wish to acknowledge Principal Tron for starting us on this journey. I wish to acknowledge Assistant Principal Vilnet for all help when I was chosen principal. I want to acknowledge Superintendent Andrew for all the work behind the scenes, because these projects don't just happen, from a division office perspective, as well as Deputy Superintendent Browning for all the hard work in organizing this grand opening. I may be biased, but I believe we have one of the most beautiful learning spaces for a junior senior high school, especially in a small rural community. We do have the environment to empower all our learners in the east end of the county of Addison. Thank you for attending our grand opening of Onoway Junior Senior High School. Please stand. Our Onoway Junior Senior class band, along with 2 staff members, or 4 staff members, are going to be singing O Canada.
Certainly, thank you to the senior high class band, to our singers, and to you. And thank you, Mr. Lobo. We now have greetings from Board Chair Judy Muir, and we know that there may be a little gift as well. Chair Muir.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education of Northern Gateway Public Schools, I am pleased to add my welcome to you at this, the opening ceremony of Onoway Junior Senior High School. This is a special night. Tonight is the culmination of years of hoping and dreaming, planning, dedication, patience, and pride. Over many years, our trustees have heard from the school, the parents, and the community of Onoway and District that the school had reached the end of its useful life. They were hoping that we, Northern Gateway, also saw their need. We did, but that is not always enough. In 2014, we were able to realize this dream when the province of Alberta agreed with the assessment and the project began. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to offer our utmost thanks to the Honourable Minister of Education, David Agan, to the Honourable Minister of Infrastructure, Brian Mason, and to our MLA for Whiteford St. Anne, the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, O'Neill Carlier. I would also like to thank our former MLA, George Vandenberg, for all of his assistance on this project. Thank you as well to the town of Onoway and the County of Lake St. Anne for coming together and partnering with us. Together we can do great things for students. Now came the planning. Thank you to Dave McGregor, our architect, for the first class design. This school meets our needs as Dave worked with the school principal, staff, parents, and students to get it right. And the dedication of Binder Construction, Randy Lovich, and our Northern Gateway team to complete this project in 18 months or less. Not to mention the patience of all, especially the staff and students of Onoway Junior Senior High School, as they lived and worked in a school partially under construction. And last, but certainly not least, the pride that we all feel in this beautiful building tonight. Thank you. The Board of Trustees of Northern Gateway Public Schools has a painting by the artist Eugene Alexis that we wish to present to the school this evening. It is titled The Encampment. It is done in oils and acrylics. The word teepee is an Nakota Sioux word meaning teepee. It is a tent or shelter which was used by the native indigenous tribes. It is designed by the Plains Indians as a shelter which can easily be taken down and moved. Traditionally made of animal skins upon wooden poles, today canvas is used. Sizes of the teepees vary. The indigenous tribes always followed the seasons and migrations of animals, and because of that, the teepee was easily transported place to place. The teepee is also used for teachings. The women were keepers of the fire, and the teepee had many teachings. The teepee is a symbol of warmth and fertility. The cone-shaped appearance for some tribes represents the dress of a woman, and the flaps represent the arms stretched out welcoming or honoring the creator. Each pole also has a teaching based on tribe and culture. This painting is to show the beauty, serenity, the calmness, and the warmth of the First Nations culture. I would like to ask Mr. Lobo and Ms. Villeneuve to come forward and accept the painting, please.
Thank you, Trustee Muir. Our next speaker, local trustee Terry Slemko, has been a tireless advocate for all things Onoway and a big voice for this new school. He never misses a chance at a board meeting or wherever to give a shout out or work his charm behind the scenes in support of ways and means to bring new opportunities to the community he serves. Yes, he's talking about his charm behind me, I can hear him. Please join me in welcoming Northern Gateway Public Schools Onoway trustee Terry Slemko to the podium.
I would hope that if I go over my allotted time, that the superintendent will shorten his speech so it sort of balances out. I'm going to give you some history. Question, how old is formal education in Onoway? Give me a number. No. Anyway, on the same day that Alberta became a province, which was September 1st of 05, David Lent, Reverend David Lent, and some 25 students in grades 1 to 9 attended school for the first time. That school was located about a mile and a half in that direction from Onoway. That school was built at a cost of $600, local material, local tradesmen, and in one corner of the school, it had provision for a state-of-the-art technology which existed in it at that time, which was a telephone. That school served students until 1920, and with the burgeoning population, a new school was built, a two-room brick school, which today is the Onoway Museum, at a cost of $11,000 under budget. And we have an article from the Edmonton Journal which tells the story. And in the attic of that building, because it was kind of a strange configuration, there was provision made for a nurse's office and a library. There have been many builds and many additions from that day until today, and I just want to talk about 3 or 4 of them. In 1960, a 6-room school was built here on the hill, and that was the Onoway, what became part of it, or the initial Onoway High School. In 1970, a new elementary school was built down below at a cost of about $1.5 million, which today is the Onoway Heritage Center. And also in 1970, the Beaupré School, which was one school, one administration, split to form Onoway Elementary School and Onoway Junior High School, at each school. And then in 2007, the new elementary school was built at a cost of about $8.8 million. And then in 2016, here we are today, $24 million plus project, accommodating about 850 students. And we are, as just heard, we were so proud of this facility. But I want to talk very briefly about our relationship with Alexis First Nations. I can say with certain, almost 99 or 100% degree of certainty that the first students from Alexis who came to this school was in 1963. And so for those 53 years from that day until today, we've had many, many students from Alexis grace our halls of learning, and I know that that will continue long into the future. First graduating class in this school, 1947, 3 students. The largest class, 2012, 120 students graduated. Last year, 95. So you mathematicians, first class 1947 to 2016, how many graduating classes? Lots. 70. And how many students in total graduated from Beaupré/Onoway Senior High School? A lot. 4,257, 4257. I wanted to thank many people for moving this project along. My fellow trustees, central office staff, maintenance department, previous administrators, various personnel from Alberta Ed, previous MLA George Vanderberg in this community, and all of those entities in their own kind of way pushed this project contractor and Morgan Garrick Partnership, the architects, and other tradespeople who were involved in the build of this school. And as I sat through the bi-weekly meetings, and we were briefed on what was happening and not happening and the progress and all the rest of it, I was reassured that there were no shortcuts. Everything went according to plan. Yes, there were issues and problems along the way, but I can assure you that the build was as appeared on the blueprint, and that's good. But I particularly want to single out J.O. Engineering. Is Dave Shawnee here? Okay. There's a story. In 1960, because of the critical shortage of teachers in Alberta and this county, an appeal went out worldwide to attract teachers. And one gentleman responded to that appeal, and that gentleman was Mr. Shawnee. And there were some people at this in this venue that worked with him and were taught by him and so on. Classy gentleman, very much admired and revered by his students. But he eventually, his wife and 4 children came here, and they all graduated from this school. And Dave Shawnee, his son, graduated in 1971. And Dave is the owner, chief shareholder of J.O. Engineering, and they provided the electrical expertise for this building. But I'm sure that Dave's dad would be extremely proud to know that his son came full circle and that he was part of the build of this new school. So we are truly blessed in this community. 2 new schools. As suggested earlier, I don't think there is another community in the province that can boast 2 schools, 2 brand new schools, like we can. And knowing how Onowayans feel about education, and certainly they do, they support education and what we've been trying to do over the years. 2 new schools, great teachers, students that are eager to learn. The future truly looks bright. So let's celebrate.
Thank you, Trustee Sletko. The superintendent's speech only has to be cut down by 4 minutes. How that would be the day from another trustee. Those elected officials, what they can get away with, yeah. Our next speaker is a former classroom teacher who taught in classrooms abroad and in our local Edmonton area. While he speaks fondly of his teaching career, his political calling grew, and in 2004, he served as political critic for energy, education, environment, and sustainable resource development. This role lasted 4 years. More political opportunities presented themselves, and on April the 23rd, 2012, and again on May the 5th, 2015, Mr. David Egan became an LA Egan for Edmonton Calder. Shortly thereafter, on May 24, 2015, an LA Egan was sworn in as Minister of Education. In addition to his contributions in education, Mr. Egan is active on a multitude of committees that serve fellow Albertans, that's us, and our futures. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable David Egan, Minister of Education, to the podium.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And on this very auspicious occasion, on behalf of Premier Rachel Notley and the Government of Alberta, I'd like to bring you greetings and a very warm congratulations on what is a truly beautiful school for Onoway and for the region. Now, I'm always up for a challenge, and I had a feeling that Trustee Slemko was giving us some mathematical lessons here. And so I did a quick calculation that 111 years ago, the first school was built in and around Onoway here for $600. And this current school cost $23 million, $999,400 more than that first school cost. And so I don't know if it's progress or not. Certainly there's many telephones, I'm sure, in this beautiful new facility, and you know, it's not just a source of pride for education, for the region, in the province, but for the community as well. And, you know, we're opening so many schools, it's important to remember how important and how rare it is to actually be here on a school opening. And so for all of us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this will be something that you'll remember for the rest of your lives. A chance to be there, to say, yeah, I was there when they opened it up and had the grand opening, cut the ribbon and so forth, and you know, you can bore your grandchildren for the rest of your life telling you that story, for sure. Now, I know that education is important here in Onoway, and you've been blessed with some new facilities, but you know, the facilities are only bricks and mortar and walls and so forth without the workers inside. And so, you know, I just wanted everybody to take a moment and appreciate all the very hard work that the teachers, the administrators, the support staff did to get this school together and ready to go here for the fall of 2016. I was a teacher for 20 years and never had the opportunity to open a school and to use a new facility like this. I must say I'm a bit jealous. I took a quick tour before the ceremony started, and some of these facilities here, I've never seen anything like it. They're truly wonderful. They're practical, but they have an aesthetically pleasing design. You can tell the fingers of the careful, thoughtful educators around every corner here, with the suites for arts, for the sciences, for the Learning Commons Center with the cafe there. Everything invites a sense of talking with each other, of working together, and you know, using some of the very best learning skills and techniques that we know. We invest and expect a lot from our education, and I think that what we will do is to make sure that moving forward that we have a strong curriculum, that we're focusing on those basic skills that young kids can carry with them for the rest of their lives. That's quick mathematics skills that I must have learned in the 1970s, and I expect our students to learn as well. Those communication skills, to be able to write and read and to convey messages concisely, to be able to solve problems and to make evaluations very quickly and logically. All of those skills we will learn here, but most of all, we'll learn a strong sense of working together, a strong sense of community, a strong sense of the value of learning. As we said, a good job always starts with good education, and education is the cornerstone of a good and strong economy. But more than that, education provides citizenship and enriches the life of all of our young people at every stage of their way. The more you can learn to learn throughout your life, the more enriching your life shall be. I've learned that a long time ago, and I hope that each of our students here in Onoway will do so too. And so, teachers, I salute you. You're going to wear those uniforms all year? Is that the idea? You look good, it looks great. Students, I salute you. Parents, thank you for all of the help that you've had here. And on behalf of the government of Alberta, congratulations, Onoway, on a beautiful, beautiful new senior junior high school. Thank you.
Minister sent our gift in advance if he was having a moment, but we wouldn't dare miss this opportunity. We now have, here we are. I believe you administrators to go down. And Lisa, are you?
These are the flags that are going on all of our new schools around the province of Alberta. Over the next 2 years, we have 190 school projects that are being built here across the province. And so, it's solid as a rock. It lasts as long as the school further, I'm sure. And congratulations once again for such a wonderful.
Well, Minister, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for the money, significantly more than it was at an earlier point in time. And certainly thank you for the plaque, much appreciated. Our next speaker is another educator, hailing from the prestigious position of classroom teacher to school administrator to central office consultant, while again serving a multitude of positions with our organization, the Alberta Teachers Association. Since 2013, Mr. Mark Ransanger has been president of the Alberta Teachers Association. While representing teachers in Alberta and across Canada, in his role on the Canadian Teachers Federation, his focus has been on developing meaningful relationships among teachers, education leaders, education partners, and colleagues from the international education community. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mark Ransanger, that will be the superintendent. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mark Ransanger, President of the Alberta Teachers Association.
I got to scoop the superintendent. No, we've been at a number of events together, and this is the first I get back to speak again. So there's no pressure now. This is an absolute honor to be here this evening, and I will just, I got to say to Mr. Lobo, you know, you're a great tour guide, but the minister got a little bit ripped off because Mr. Lobo had to take him around. We got Kennedy. And Kennedy was the best tour guide, and she had so much knowledge of the school, and it was fantastic. This is my third school opening. The first two school openings I attended was once in grade 4 and once in grade 5. Because I was in a new part of Edmonton, and they were expanding and they were building new schools. So I had the opportunity to be part of a new school as a student. And I will tell you, it's one of the most exciting things. The first school was built already when we moved in. The second one was 4 classrooms the year I started in grade 5, and they built the rest of the school around us as the year progressed. But it's an exciting time. Because when you look around the room tonight, we're talking about community. I'm a big believer that schools are the hubs of the community. The pride on the faces of everybody that's here tonight. We're part of a beginning. We get to say our community is special. This is an important statement. I applaud the government of Alberta in standing up in these times and following through on projects such as this. The community needs an area where we can come together and be proud. And the school is one of those places. When you think of what it means of all of the people that are here tonight, we could start with those of us all on the stage and in the audience. And we can talk, we all have roles and responsibility in education. And we're all here to celebrate. Because that's what school opening is about. It'll be a series of firsts. I've met a number of my colleagues tonight that are going to be teaching in this school. Forevermore, we get to say, I was part of creating community. Because although we've just moved across the street, this is a new facility. It's got no history. It's the history that we've transplanted. But you're part of creating something new. There will be a large number of firsts as we go through. I learned first while I was on tour with the best tour guide, Kennedy. In this very room, a grade 8 student lodged a volleyball somewhere in the roof, and it got stuck. Now on itself, yeah, can you see, we couldn't find it when we were, there it is, okay, so it's going to be up in this area up here. But if you think about that story, this young student is going to be able to come back with his children someday and say, I jammed the first ball. The first of many. But I was the one who jammed the first ball. That's a story we get to share. As teachers, we get to say, I was the first in this classroom. Not everything went as well as it could, but I was there and I was the first one that started. And every student in this school gets to say, we were the first coming through these doors. That's the power of the school opening. Community and firsts. And it's the creation of history. When we recognize that this building is on Treaty 6 land, and we talk about the elders and the knowledge keepers that have gone before us, and we recognize that this is Treaty 6 lands, we can look around this room and say we are a part of that history, because treaties belong to us all. Thank you all for being here this evening and allowing me to be part in such a small way of the history of this building, and I wish for this community that it has a long, stellar history. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and best of luck in your upcoming role as President-elect of the Canadian Teachers Federation. We are proud to have a fellow Albertan teacher bringing voice and presence on the national level. Thank you. Now, this may be my last event as Northern Gateway Public School employee, so it's really nice. I'm going to stay for this moment. So the abridged version of the superintendent's speech, because Trustee Stanton's cycle took so long, I slipped right by it. Superintendent Andrea, my boss.
Thank you, Deputy Minister Brennan. And I did actually think I was skipped over because I thought my time was done. And you know, there's a bit of relief in that because you know when I speak at these things, by the way, Minister Hagan, I don't speak at these things often enough. But there's things I need to do, so I need to follow my text because if I don't, people get left out. And then later on, I hear about it. So, Minister Hagan, President Rand Thanker, honored guests, trustees, colleagues, parents, friends, and most importantly, students. Good evening, and I am very, very, very pleased to bring greetings at this celebration of the official opening of Onoway Junior Senior High School. This modern facility will provide a much improved learning environment for students from Onoway, from Alberta Beach, Darwell, Ridge Valley, and all of the surrounding areas for many, many years to come. I've heard everything from 28 years to over 50, so I'm not sure when we get another new story. While it is very clear to us all that a building does not determine the quality of a child's education, it can certainly be a factor in making the educational process more effective and certainly more pleasant. This new school is a positive asset to the collaborative nature of teaching and learning in an increasingly global, technological world. Now I need to get into what I'm really here to do, and I think we've said it a number of times. There are a lot of things that need to actually be stated from me, by me. Many people played a significant role in making this inspiring 83,000 square foot facility a reality. Certainly the Board of Trustees recognized the need back in 2011 and made it its top capital priority. And we'd also like to thank the Government of Alberta for agreeing with that top capital priority. Beyond the work of our MLAs and our ministers, I would also like to acknowledge three people that don't get acknowledgement normally. I want to acknowledge Robert Craig, Kenneth Wong, and Mark Latimer from Alberta Education and Alberta Infrastructure for their support and suggestions on the division's design, development, and delivery of this project. Special recognition to Dave McGregor, who was the architect on the project, sends his regrets as he's at home with the flu. Architects don't like to miss these meetings. So so he couldn't be here, but the effective design for his work with the stakeholders that Chairman spoke to in creating this impressive and innovative learning space, thank you very much. Kudos as well to our general contractor, Binder Construction, for their work in bringing this project in on time, and this is importantly on budget. People need to be reminded that it was only in March of 2014 when this project first entered the design phase. For it to open for classes this September is nothing short of remarkable. Additional thanks, and these folks may have already been acknowledged, but I think former Principal James Trotty, current Principal John Lobo, the entire Onoway Junior Senior High School staff, I want to thank them all for their vision, their hard work in communicating their desire throughout for a student-centered learning facility. Congratulations to our Secretary-Treasurer, Mike Ramatovich, and our Director of Maintenance, Randy Lovich, for their work in shepherding this project forward on behalf of the division. Appreciation has already been extended, but I'll extend it again to the local government of the area, Operating Beach, the town of Onoway, and the county of Black St. Anne, for their support both in political and financial terms in partnering on the project. Last, and I think most importantly, thank you to the administration, staff, and students at this school who have shown patience in waiting for the project to reach its full completion. I'm sure that you agree that, like all good things, it has been worth the wait. So let's make the very most of it. Finally, to everyone here this evening, thank you for taking the time to join in our official school opening. Please do take a few minutes after this ceremony to see firsthand what the new Onoway Junior Senior High School has to offer our students. I think you'll be impressed. Good evening.
Wasn't that a marvelous speech by the superintendent? Imagine if it wasn't abridged, how grand it would have been. Trustee Slavko. Thank you, Superintendent Andrea. Councilor Alexis Donovan, are you in the audience? Were you able to? Obviously, there was something that has detained him, and he's been unable to make it tonight. But again, it was greetings from our First Nations community with whom we've had certainly a long and positive relationship. Our next speaker, as chair of Onoway Junior Senior High School Council for 3 years, Ms. Fitzgerald and her council members had a vision of parent support and school presence at Onoway Junior Senior High, and it was more in your face than had been practiced by previous councils. When the idea was shared with Principal Lobo and Assistant Principal Villeneuve, an immediate nod of approval was granted. A parent contingent descended upon the school monthly, not to hassle the staff and the students, but to bring treats of muffins, hot chocolate or tea, smiles and greetings, or little gifts to the students and the staff in the hallway of Onoway Junior Senior High amidst all the stuff that was going on last year. It was a success. Teachers commented on the joy and delight of seeing parents and students laughing, smiling, and sharing the appreciation of their school community. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Melanie Fitzgerald, Chair of the Onoway Junior Senior High School Council.
I would like to say how proud I am that I am part of the Onoway Junior Senior High School community and that we, parents and communities, were included in this project. The new Onoway Junior Senior High School is state-of-the-art and allows students the opportunity for a great learning environment. The new school will not only improve our physical environment, but also our learning culture. This facility opens possibilities to students that were not available before, and does not only benefit the staff and students, but also the community. Building a new facility does not ensure that our students are successful. It takes parents, staff, and community members to help our students achieve their goals in life. But it is a great start. Here's to endless possibilities.
Thank you. Thank you, School Council Chair Fitzgerald. Onoway Junior Senior High School is known for many student achievements in the curricular and extracurricular aspects of schooling. One such achievement is the school's band. Its commitment to making beautiful music while fostering a love of music and playing, performing at concerts, experiencing multiple awards and successes over the years, and learning and growing from other school band collaborations. Tonight, we have the privilege of hearing the senior high class band performance of Encanto, Robert W. Smith. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Neufeld and the senior high class band for your listening pleasure. Miss Newfoundland students, you have done yourselves fantastic. Thank you. I think Mr. Columbine is singing his greetings to us now so to keep in step. Please join me in welcoming Colin Binder, Chief Estimator and Overseer of Construction Management at Binder Construction.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank everybody involved with this project. It's been a truly great experience for Binder Construction. Northern Gateway Reaching Vision. I'd like to thank them, along with Work and Garrett, for giving us the opportunity to work with you. It's been a great team experience. I'd also like to thank everybody else involved. There's lots of people, especially my staff. John Berta, and also mention to Duncan Binder, who's instrumental in project management of this project. Without them, it all couldn't come together as quickly and as good as it has to make it. Thank you.
Thank you, and certainly the work that the construction company does is fabulous. Our next guest is Mayor of the Town of Onoway, Mr. Dale Krasno. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'd like to extend greetings from the council and residents of Onoway. I'm glad to always follow the teachers. All of us leaders are glad to follow teachers because there's really nothing left to say. In addition to the thanks that we thank absolutely everybody who has anything to do with the building of this fantastic school, but we also would like to thank the taxpayers of Alberta who helped fund this school, and this is something that you should be very proud of our taxpayers dollars going to. It's a fantastic school. Anybody who graduates here will be able to go anywhere in the world and be comfortable stepping into the facilities they go into. So I have to say, this is thanks to everybody for that. And I guess the next thing is I would like to present the plaque. I just have to remind everybody that the plaque size reflects the budget size.
Thank you for your very kind words for this educator. Much appreciated. Please join me in welcoming another mayor of the town of Alberta Beach, Mr. Jim Benedict.
Principal Lobo, Board of Trustees, Minister of Education, Honorable David Egan, distinguished guests, staff, and students. I'll keep this short as everyone's excited to get to the cake and ribbon cutting. Thank you so much for inviting us to your opening ceremony of the new Onoway Junior Senior High School. As we look at this beautiful new building, it's hard to imagine the planning that had to take place. To build a school to be world-class, leading edge, and a school that would be bright, colorful, and sensitive to the needs of the students and the staff. A school that would offer a variety of learning spaces and play spaces, both indoors and out. And in my opinion, you've hit the nail on the head. As a civic leader, this school excites me. It shows that our area's population is growing. For the province and school trustees to invest these kinds of dollars is a great benefit for all those feeder communities, and we're very proud of that fact. Again, thank you very much for inviting us, and we would like to offer this small token of our appreciation.
Ahan, Mr. Bill Heggie, please join me in welcoming Mr. Mayor Bill Heggie to the podium.
Thank you, Michelle. Good evening. It is an honor for me to be here on behalf of Lac-Saint-Anne Council. As mayor, it's always a distinct pleasure whenever I get to recognize important milestones in the county's growth. Tonight is such a milestone. When I see the students of our county, I see a spectrum of different futures, all full of hope and opportunity. I see in their eyes the anticipation of new grades, new friends, and new experiences. Regardless of what they think they may want to become, I see them a common desire to make the world a better place. A school like Onoway High School is an incubator of these hopes, opportunities, and desires to grow and flourish. For students of all ages and grades, you must have wondered during all the construction and upheaval, what will this place look like? Well, now the dust has settled, and you can see for yourselves. It's an exceptional facility. It must be exciting that you can finally transition into your new school. There's much to be proud of in our county. A facility like Onoway High School only adds to the spirit of collective pride. As its hallways and classrooms filled with teachers, coaches, students, and parents, the school will develop its own identity and culture, and this pride will only grow stronger. I want to offer my sincere thanks to all the dedicated stakeholders who have worked so hard to make this vital project come together. Collectively, you have contributed to the success of the students and the culture that will reside here. I want to acknowledge the dedicated school district leadership for their ongoing commitment to breathe life into this remarkable new facility. Congratulations on opening the new Onoway Junior Senior High School, and thank you for the opportunity to address you today. Whether you're a student, parent, educator, I'm confident you will take pride in your new school and continue Lac-Saint-Anne's tradition of excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. The next part of our program also has visual aspects. So what we've done for our honored guests, we do have reserved seating so that you're not stretching and cleaning your necks and backs to see. So if you would like to take a reserved seat down there and release Erica, they can sit where I am. Okay, thank you. If you were wearing your Fitbits, you'll be back up again momentarily, but not to worry for now. Our next song is a compilation, yet it's an original. It was our goal to gather thoughts, ideas, and perspectives from our staff and students regarding the ending of an era in the former OHS and the journey of the new Onoway Junior Senior High School. Survey questions were asked, responses were gathered. Mr. Roger Lacey, our former Director of Learning Services, who retired in October 2015, themed all the responses and wrote the lyrics of the song, which he entitled Together. The lyrics of this song came from the collective voices of the Onoway school community. From there, Ms. Joanne Marrell, a teacher from St. Guru Community School, who who is a longtime touring musician, worked with producer Mr. Gordy Matthews to create the music for the lyrics. Please enjoy this musical tribute to Onoway Junior Senior High School and view the learning engagement of our staff and students from the East End School of the Onoway Junior Senior High School community. A musical tribute to the new school and the staff and students in it. Thank you indeed, a big thank you to Joanne, Roger, and Gordy on a job extraordinaire. We have two parts remaining in our program, the ribbon cutting and the cake cutting, which we, the students, are interested in because they're wanting cake. But before we commence with those two ceremonial moments, I wish to share some closing comments. Thank you to all who have made this Northern Gateway Public School Vision, an NGPS reality. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and Superintendent Andrea, we express our deepest gratitude for this new building with its modern amenities that will empower learners to envision, aspire, and achieve. Thank you to each of you who joined us this evening for this event. Your presence speaks to your support and your commitment to Onoway Junior Senior High School. To the Division Office team who designed and decorated, who gathered pictures and created a walk of the journey to the new Onoway Junior Senior High School, and who transported and constructed, thank you. To the OJSH team who set up the stages, who coordinated students and classes to show their muscle power and citizenship, and to provide a tea and treat for this evening's event, thank you. To Principal Lobo, Assistant Principal Bellum, staff, students, school council, and community members of Onoway Junior Senior High School, thank you for embracing this project with smiles and excitement and enduring the many challenges, the construction moments with very little complaining. Your positive attitude fills the school with an energetic vibe. So now, following this, well, maybe not this, but after the other two ceremonial pieces, there will be a guided tour, obviously not by the principal because Kennedy is better, for the next 30 minutes. Sorry, Principal Lobo, but you can admire the school. There are beverages and treats across the hall in the multi-purpose room, and I really don't know if it's called a multi-purpose room, but Murray told me I could use that name. Thank you, Murray. And immediately following the ribbon cutting, the cake cutting will take place at stage left. And again, Minister Egan, Chair Muir, and the students. And students, you can't eat the cupcakes. Put your fingers in the frosting until you cut the cake, okay? Yes, I know, you've been great so far, though. Shortly after, then we have that official moment. But now, we have the ribbon cutting. So while it's sort of an official opening, because they came at the commencement of the school year, this is really the official opening. So we now invite to the stage Minister Egan and Chair Muir and all the speakers who are on stage. See, I told them they get more steps on their Fitbit. Come on up, because this is your photo op. And here we have, wait, we get all ready? Not quite yet.
So you get cake cutting. Honestly, you're probably not going to see it. Just clear that way.
Thanks for doing that. Good job.
My pleasure.
The things for future, what we're going to work on, I'll talk with Malcolm about what we need to order for it, is it would be nice if we had a way of taking, so like that system has a digital audio out. We know it does, right?
Which one?
The speaker system, there should be a digital audio output.
Yeah.
So it goes over the speakers and digital audio. I would love, the problem is that's back there, we're recording from here, we don't really want to be running a cable across the floor. If we get some wireless digital out that sends the signal wirelessly to here, because this guy, I bet you, it's done recording, right?
Yeah.
I bet you this guy's got audio in, right? It'd be great if we had, so the digital audio in this system, so it doesn't have it on here, but we plug it directly to the computer, right? And if we can come back here, wirelessly back here, and plug into a laptop and have digital audio in and have no delay, that would be fantastic. Because that's the only thing is, we're getting echoes, or when one of these yahoos makes some noise, that mic's big enough, right?
Yeah.
The mic's pretty good, but it's meant for like a conference room that was quiet, right?
We'll see what happens when we get that new wireless
Yeah. And as soon as people are out of here, we'll grab those flags and ruckus it on the beach, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. Where's your cake? And I'm gonna kill network and power on this.
Please feel free to go to the